So we got Trashawn Ruffin. He's up there. It's called Upper Dublin High School there. It's up, it's a suburb of Fayetteville, North Carolina. So he plays in a pretty small town, kind of in the mountains of North Carolina. Which is really, really cool. Like, I'm sure it's a beautiful, beautiful place, the mountains of North Carolina, especially in the fall. You'll get into spring as well. It's just a beautiful region of the country there, North Carolina. And he plays at Ruplin, all right? And you're talking about here in Trashawn Ruffin, Ruffin at Ruplin. You're talking about a player that looks like he's 6'3", 307 pounds listed. He is a true, feisty, tough, run-defending nose tackle. All right, if you want to play a 3-4 defense, like he's like what Eddie Goldman was to the Chicago Bears. He is a true nose tackle. Like he can go right up, right up under the. He could be a zero technique, which is right under the right up against the center of the center, playing defensive line. There you see some nice little agility. He has good speed going forward. At times, yes, he plays high. He has a little bit of burst. So for sometimes you think of a true nose tackle as, could struggle to get to the quarterback. I mean, there you see he has an explosive lower body, so he does happen to make that play. Beautiful wrestling takedown. That is what we're talking about. That's like the Big Show. That's like Batista. That's a really fun takedown to watch on tape. So he's going to mix it up. You got to be aggressive when you play in the trenches like this. And this is what I think Ruffin can bring to a defense. He's going to be a run-stuffing defensive tackle for sure. He's right up under the center. He's a true nose guard. He's a true 3-4. I don't, in a 4-3, that's the thing with Ruffin. If you can point to things that maybe, again, when you scout a player, you want to say, what does he do well? He does well going right up the field. He has good timing in the run game. Like when the running back's in his vicinity, he can collide and has good timing making tackles and disrupting. All right. Boy, that's a beautiful play, though. I mean, so at times, like I'll pause it here, at times, though, you could see him be more than just a run defender. Like, that's the thing. He doesn't have a lot of pass rush, moves or acumen. He's not going to be a guy that's going to go lateral side to side. He's not going to be doing those spin moves and those fancy movements that are sometimes really fun to watch from a pass rushing perspective. But he does have good burst. All right. He is 6'3", plays with effort. Will the pass rushing come into play? And then when he's up against really physical centers, like I think he should develop counter moves. And that's where Bob Diaco, that's where it's up to Steve Belichick and, of course, Bill Belichick to get a player like Ruffin to be able to also attack the passer and get up into the backfield. But a lot of times, he does get into the backfield there. A lot of times he'll just stymie the run. So you're getting a character guy. I can tell he has really good football character. You're getting a North Carolina native to help with this class. A&M is usually pretty stealth, Sean Spencer and Mike Elko. So maybe there is room for this player to grow and be a sack guy. If he gets you 4 sacks sophomore, junior year, that's already a massive, massive plus. There are going to be guys in this class that contend because sometimes you get the big guys that also have some wiggle that'll make those splashy sacks. But again, I like a run-stuffing defensive player to add to your D-line group. All right? Can he play with the leverage? Will he be able to overpower centers and guards in the ACC? He has the potential to. I do see signs of explosion. At times, when you watch the tape, sometimes he's surrounded by his friends, and sometimes, the players will all kind of make the plays together. So some clips are better than others, but I was wowed, when we look towards the end of this tape. See, there he's able to track the boy, like right there. Like, I'm very impressed. So maybe, again, again, Bill Belichick maybe sees even more than just a nose tackle. Like maybe he has exceptional athletic ability, and maybe you're talking about a draft pick here. I'm not ruling it out of the question, but at times I just see a true nose that'll be good against the run. So again, it's up to Diaco, it's up to Trashawn. I think he can work on his pass rushing moves, and I guess I'm challenging him and motivating him. I want to see him also develop those pass rushing moves as well. He probably plays in a pretty run-centric league. It looks like a lot of teams are playing wing T and are running the football up here in North Carolina. All right, that's also something to take into account when you scout, is how many dropbacks a game is he going up against. All right, but I see some explosiveness. I see some explosiveness in the lower body. All right, he's mostly lateral. He's mostly going straight. All right. So I like the player. I think he's definitely used as a true nose tackle in like a 3-4. All right, really physical player, a tone-setting player, and I think that's what you'll get, and a pretty safe get. All right, a guy that could fill a need. All right, and is there even more ceiling that you guys envision when you watch this tape of Trashawn Ruffin? But I'm happy for North Carolina. I'm happy for him. He gets to stay in the home state, and this is a big commit for North Carolina in state to kind of set off this 2026 campaign, the first full recruiting class of Belichick.